My son.
Bit of a come down. Always suspected the world didn't smell of fresh paint and flowers.
I may be able to help you.
Smells of piss and human sweat. Most unpleasant.
Son.
You're not my father. He wouldn't be visiting.
Is there anything you need?
Got a single cell.
I can help you.
Don't need that.
Spiritually.
Beyond that,
No one is beyond redemption.
nothing to confess.
Your sister told us.
Us.
And she explained the situation to me.
She's not my sister. Admit? Yes. Confess? No. I admit it. The rape. I did it.
And do you feel remorse?
Will you be giving evidence?
That depends.
No. No remorse. Joy, in fact.
At your mother's death.
Suicide, not death. She wasn't my mother.
So, you feel joy at your stepmother's suicide?
No. She was human.
I find that hard to believe.
Of course you do. You think life has no meaning in it unless there's another person in it to torture us.
I have no one to torture me.
You have the worst lover of all. Not only does he think he's perfect, he is. I'm quite satisfied to be alone.
Self-satisfaction is a contradiction in terms.
I can rely on me. I never let me down.
True satisfaction comes from love.
What when love dies? Alarm clock rings, it's time to wake up. What then?
Love never dies. It evolves
You're dangerous.
into respect, consideration. Have you ever considered your family?
What about it?
It's not an ordinary family.
No, none of us are related to each other.
Well, royalty is chosen. And because you're more privileged than most, you're also more culpable. God.
There is no God. There is no God.
But what if you find that there is? What will you do then? There is no repentance in the next life, only in this one.
What do you suggest? A last-minute conversion just in case? Die as if there is a God, knowing that there isn't? No. If there is a God, I'd like to look him in the face, knowing that I died just as I lived. Conscience, sin.
Pause.
I'm sure God is intelligent enough to see through any 11th hour confession of mine.
Do you know what the unforgivable sin is?
Of course.
You're in danger of committing it. It's not just your soul that's at stake. It's the future of your family, your country.
Why do I always forget about this?
Your sexual indiscretions are of no interest to anyone. But the stability of the nation's morals is, and you're a guardian of those morals. You will answer to God for the collapse of the country that you and your family lead.
I'm not responsible.
Then deny the rape and confess that sin now.
Before I committed it?
It's too late after.
Yes, the nature of the sin precludes the confession. I couldn't confess if I wanted to. I don't want to. That's a sin. Correct?
It's not too late.
Correct.
God is merciful. He chose you.
Bad choice.
Pray with me. Save yourself and your country. Don't commit that sin.
What bothers you more? The destruction of my soul or the end of my family? I'm not in danger of committing that forgivable sin. I already have.
Don't say it.
Fuck God. Fuck the monarchy.
Lord, look down this man in which you have chosen. Forgive him for his sin, which comes from the intelligence that you blessed him with.
Can't sin against a God I don't believe in.
No.
A non-existent God can't forgive.
No, you must forgive yourself.
I've lived by my honesty. Just let me die by it.
If truth is your absolute, you will die. But if life is your absolute,
I've already chosen my path. I'm fucking you.
no.
Just let me die.
No. Forgive yourself.
I can't.
Why not?
Do you believe in God? I know what I am, and always will be. But you sin, knowing that she'll confess and be forgiven. Then you start all over again. How do you dare mock a God so powerful? Unless you don't really believe.
This is your confession, not mine.
Then why are you on your knees? God certainly is merciful. If I were him, I'd despise you. I'd wipe you off the face of the earth for your dishonesty.
You're not God.
No, a prince. God on earth, but not God. Fortunate for all concerned. I'd not let you sin and get away with it, knowing that I'd not let you sin and confess, knowing that you'd get away with it.
Heaven would be empty.
A kingdom of honest men, honestly sinning, and death for those who try to cover their arse.
What do you think forgiveness is?
It may be enough for you, but I have no intention of covering my arse. I killed a woman, and I'll be punished for it by hypocrites, who I shall take down with me. May we all burn in hell. God may be all-powerful, but there's one thing he can't do.
You know, there's a kind of purity in you.
He can't make me good.
No.
Last line of defense for the honest man. Free will is what distinguishes us from the animals. And I have no intention of behaving like a fucking animal. Leave that to you. Go, confess before you burn.